Welcome back to Just One Thing, where in this particular video you will learn about the different types of things you can add to your Google Classroom. I'm working inside my class, Just One Thing, which doesn't have any students because while I did invite people, I wasn't able to. And you can see that you are left with a very empty canvas. So, how you add anything in Google Classroom is by clicking on the little plus down here at the bottom. And you've got several different choices. You could create an announcement, you can create an assignment, you can create a question, or if you've used Google Classroom before, you can reuse a post. If you want to create an announcement, which might be something like, "Hi, welcome back to the new school year." All you have to do is type your announcement in. You can choose to link a file from your Google Drive or from your computer. You can choose to link something directly from your Google Drive, should you so choose, and it will default to the most recent things you were working on. You can choose to insert something from YouTube if you wish, if there's an inspirational video you want to show, and you can either do this by searching directly in the upload button or copying and pasting the URL, which in this case I'm going to attach the Adding Students to Google Classroom video that I made before. Or you could choose to just do a web link. Either way, once you've written your announcement and made a decision about whether or not you want to attach something to it, you would be tempted to go over here and hit the post button. But let's say you don't want students to see this until a specific day. Click on the down arrow and you can actually choose to schedule it. And you can choose to schedule it out all the way as far as the calendar goes if you want. You can also, which means that students will not see it until this particular date, in this case September 1st, 2017 at 8 a.m. At that point it will magically poof appear in their Google Classroom when they log in. When you come back to this page, you'll see that that post isn't there. That's because it's technically a saved post. If you want to see those things that are scheduled or that are drafts that you're working on, you can click on this little down tab, which will always be on the top of your page, and you can choose to see and edit any of those things. Another thing you may choose to add is an assignment. What's great about assignments is you once again give it a title. Who doesn't love a quiz on the first day of school, right? You choose a due date, which again you do by clicking on the calendar. Again, you can attach any files that you want students to use this with. You can even type in your instructions. So in this case, if I was going to pass out to them an agenda for an in-service day, I would click in this case on Add, and you can see you've got options. You can have students view the file, you can have students edit the file. Both of these options only make changes to the original file itself, or if you want each student to have a copy of it, you click on Make a Copy for each student and choose Assign. Just like an announcement, you can choose to schedule it, or save it as a draft and work on it later, or assign it right away. I'm going to assign this one right away. You can also choose to create a question. In this particular case, I'm going to go for a classic. I want this to go to all students, but if you had students in your class, you could also untick this box and only assign it to certain ones. I want this due on September 8th, and this is going to be a short answer question. Note that you can also choose multiple choice should you wish. I don't want students to reply to each other, so I'm going to check that box and turn that off. But I do want students to be able to edit their answer, so I'm going to turn that box on. Just as usual, you can choose to save this as a draft for later, or schedule it for a later time, or ask it right away. I'm going to ask this one right away. You'll also be able to see the number of students in your class that have not done it and how many have. The final option is to reuse a post. And if you click on Reuse a Post, you can take a look at all the classes that you've ever taught that you've saved that are either archived or are already listed on your class menu, and you can choose to take something from there and